Hey guys, this is the last of our A, D, or E major songs. This is The Gambler. The guy who made it famous was a performer named Kenny Rogers. He had his own chicken place for a while. Because why do we not? I mean, I always think, who do I want cooking my chicken? I want a singer. So I don't know. But there you go. This is, for some reason, kids love this song. And I think it has to do with and a very important part called the chorus. Now, most pop songs have verses or choruses in them or some combination of them. And this song has an intro, verses, and a chorus, and then more verses and a chorus. The chorus is the chorus because it has the same lyrics, the same words, and the same melody every single time you sing it. All right. A verse has a very similar melody to each verse, but it has different words. And one of the reasons I think this song has lived on ever since, let's see, wow, 1978, when Miss Swallow was 3 years old. Ever since then, that it's just been a thing, is because it tells us a compelling story. All right. And remember that songs are ways that for lots of times we've shared information and we've told each other stories about things that are important. And you can do that in a pop song, in a popular song. So I know, prepare to be amazed. Remember, if you look up in the upper right hand corner, this one says that if you want to play it with Kenny Rogers on the recording, you're going to have to get a capo and you're going to have to put it on the sixth fret. If you put it on the sixth fret, you are shortening the neck and playing the A chord here in this fret, and just like you would normally if it were down here. All right. It's the best way to do what we call transposing, or changing the sound of what it is, but keeping the same easy chords. All right. So now this song, if you hear it played, you hear Kenny Rogers do a riff that sounds a little bit like flat picking in some of it. But right now, we're only going to worry about playing down just with downstrokes right on the beat, just to make sure. So 1, 2, ready, A major. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm skipping the intro. I'm sorry. Here's the verse. On a warm summer's evening, on a train bound for nowhere, I met up with the gambler. We were both too tired to sleep, so we took turns staring out the window at the darkness till boredom overtook us. And he began to speak. He said, "Son, I've made a life out of reading people's faces, knowing what the cards were by the way they held their eyes. So if you don't mind me saying, I can see you're out of aces. For a taste of your Diet Coke, I'll give you some advice." So I handed him my bottle and he drank down my last swallow. He bummed up probably another Diet Coke and asked me for a light. And the night got deathly quiet and his face lost all expression. He said, "You gotta play the game, boy. You gotta play it right." Now this is where we break out into the chorus. Everybody knows the chorus. Maybe people don't know the verse, but I mean, see what you got. You got two people. They're both in on a train that it's bound for nowhere. You're getting on a train going, but going nowhere. What's up with that? And then he's not just with anyone, he's with the gambler. The gambler, not a gambler, but the gambler. And now the gambler's giving him advice. So here's the chorus. 2, 3. You gotta know when to hold 'em, know when to fold 'em, know when to walk away, know when to run. You never count your money when you're sitting at the table. There'll be time enough for counting when the dealing's done. Now, this is where we stop and go, what advice did he give him? You got to know when to hold them. You got to know when to fold them or quit. You got to know when to walk away. And you got to know when you should leave really fast. You should never count what you got in front of everybody else. You'll be able to count later. So now what's great and what makes this song so timeless is the fact that it's so vague. It doesn't say things out. So you can use your imagination to go, I wonder if he means this. I wonder if he means that. And I haven't met a middle schooler yet who's really great at figurative language like this. So sometimes kids are like, this is the dumbest song ever. And then they get a couple more years under their shoes and they go, oh, it's so deep. So all you have to do to make a really famous but fairly deep pop song is put a little bit of thinking, erase all of the edges and make the words blurry so they could mean everything and nothing, and then get someone good to sing it. So here's the verse again. Oh my golly, this video is going to be way too long. Every gambler knows that the secret to surviving is knowing what to throw away, knowing what to keep. Oh, dang it. Sorry. Because every hand's a winner and every hand's a loser. And the best that you can hope for is to die in your sleep. And of course, if you can make it to death, that's going to up the ante on your song anywhere. And when he finished speaking, he turned back towards the window, crushed out his Diet Coke, and faded off to sleep. And somewhere in the darkness, the gambler, he broke even. But in his final words, I found an ace that I could keep. You gotta know when to hold 'em. And then you go back and you do the reprise of the chorus again. Know when to walk away, know when to run. You never count your money. When you're sitting at the table, there'll be time enough for counting. When the dealing's done, and then you're all done, and then you walk away. So there you go. Hopefully this has set you on a journey yourself. Not hard to write your own music. Really, it's just not. It's something that even if you sat down and just started playing around, noodling around, which is the technical term, you'd be surprised that you'd be able to come up with stuff. And the minute you win your first Grammy, you get up there and said, Miss Swallow always said I could, and then get me a lifetime supply of Diet Coke. Thanks.